I have a 30-year history of being a paramedic, and also I'm a registered nurse. I was a flight nurse for 8 years, and now I'm a line firefighter and paramedic for Durango Fire. About 3 years ago, it became very apparent that we had a need for GIS within the Durango Fire and Rescue Authority, because it was the combination of 3 separate fire departments and a hospital-based EMS system. Because of that, we all of a sudden had to cover 325 square miles as a tax base, 600 square miles as a response area, because there's simply nobody else to go. We go from 5,000 or 6,000 feet elevation to 11,000 feet. We have rural, we have urban, we have wildland interface, we have high mountain, high angle rescue, swift water rescue, the whole bit. And with the combination department that we have, which means that we have some career folks, some volunteer folks. In the old system, there was a lot of institutional knowledge. And I've heard people comment about that, how we are losing institutional knowledge where they were going. I was picked because I could spell GIS to go to school. And I am a new grad from Scott White's program at Fort Lewis College with a GIS certificate. Also, if you look in the dictionary under overwhelmed, that's my picture that's right next to it. All of a sudden, you know, the chief sees these kind of books, which are great books, but they open it up and they look at all the things that GIS can do. He goes, I want that. And I'm like, I'm a new grad, you know? So we are trying to work on, we have to develop a network, except there's myself and one other guy who knows something about network analysts, and that's because I had one class with Scott on network analysts during the lab. And so it's that kind of a thing that's happening, but I also think that I'm kind of a poster child for what's going on in the emergency service realm around the country and certainly around the state. You've got all this technology coming up. You've got people that have a garment in their car that can't figure out why you can't find where they are, because they can find it by looking on the garment. And so there's an upswelling from the people we serve that is demanding that we embrace this technology. And so that's why I'm here, is to try to learn something and to meet you folks, because God, I need help. I didn't mention is that besides wanting all this, and we don't have any money to pay for it. So that's the challenge, is to try to embrace technology that oftentimes is very expensive, and to also combine it with almost no budget. But I am the guy for the last 30 years who's been lost at 2 a.m. trying to find the baby. And that's what got me interested. There is no sicker feeling. And those of you that are in the fire service understand it. There's no sicker feeling than know that somebody's out there that needs help, or that there's a structure on fire and you can't find it. The problem is now when I look in the map book and it doesn't work, I'm the guy that did the map book. Oh, well. So yeah, any help that I can get, I'm in. So.
Perfect. That's